Legend Mick Foley, and you are watching C-RadTV here, right here on YouTube. Have a nice day.
This is Cody Diener, and you are watching C-RadTV on YouTube. And just like Cody Diener, C-RadTV lives by two simple words. Just give her, yeah.
How's it going, guys? It's Rad's at a WWE Smackdown review from April 9th, the Smackdown after WrestleMania. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. So we start off Smackdown with the New Day coming out to the ring. Big E, Xavier Woods, and the WWE Champion Kofi Kingston come out. The crowd comes out, they chant, "You deserve it." It is a New Day Championship celebration. As we have balloons and rainbow colors out in the rain and an endless supply of pancakes. At one point, you would have thought this was a pride parade, but not this time. No, folks, we are not going to go there. Let's just go ahead and continue on. So then Big E goes in the ring. He does another perfect split. Again, very impressive for a guy his size. So then Xavier and Big E go on. They share their feelings and reflection on their time with Kofi and their bond as a unit. Kofi then goes on and calls his championship victory an impossible moment that will probably never happen again. But hey, Kofi, at least you're now a Grand Slam champion. That's all that matters. So then Kofi goes, he then shows some love to his family, including his two sons that were at ringside still. Yeah, because usually most of the people that go to Mania, they stay for the Raw or SmackDown after. Same deal with wrestlers' families. But yeah. And usually for Raw and SmackDown tickets after Mania, they usually sell out pretty fast. Usually the Raw ones sell out within a minute. Immediately. Usually SmackDown ones almost close to that. It takes a few days actually for the SmackDown ones to sell out quickly. Usually a lot of the fans from Raw and SmackDown usually show up for the NXT after Mania, which will be in Brooklyn also. But yeah. So yeah, after Kofi showed some love to his family, the bar, Sheamus and Cesaro's music hits, the bar comes out. Bar goes on, they say that they were owed a thank you for saving Kofi's skin in the winner-takes-all match against Seth Rollins on Raw, where they made Kofi win via disqualification. So then the bar goes on and says that Kofi was nothing without his New Day partners. So then the bar goes and challenges the New Day to a 6-man tag match. And the bar's partner was Drew McIntyre. So the New Day, of course, accepts the match, and that will happen later on tonight. But let us continue on. So next up, we get a 6-man tag team match. We get the team of Mustafa Ali, Aleister Black, and Ricochet versus the team of Andrade Cien Almas, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Rusev. As Shinsuke was coming out to the ring, the crowd was, of course, going on and singing Shinsuke's theme song. Even with the remixed version, the crowd will still sing it. They will always find a way. So then continuing on, highlights of the match. Ricochet's head scissor was good along with his drop kick. Shinsuke's spin kick was good along with his strikes throughout the match. Rusev's standing suplex was good along with Andrade's low drop kick. Ricochet's neck breaker was good along with Mustafa's drop kick. Ricochet's low drop kick was also good. Mustafa's tornado DDT was good along with Aleister's leg sweep followed by the sliding knee. Aleister's moonsault was also good along with Ricochet's double missile drop kick and his moonsault off the barricade. Shinsuke's Kinshasa was good along with Aleister's black mass. Mustafa's reverse Hurricane Rana was also good, waits to the match ending. Mustafa hits the 450 splash on Andrade. Mustafa gets the 3 count for the win. But after the match, Mustafa's celebration would be short-lived because Randy Orton would come out from the crowd and he'd hit an RKO on Mustafa out of nowhere. That meme will never die anytime soon until Randy retires. But Randy hits the RKO out of nowhere for a post-match assault. So then as Randy is leaving the ring, Kevin Owens will then come out from the crowd and then hit a stunner on Rusev. Also out of nowhere. No, that doesn't work. We're not going to go there. We're not going to use that ever again. Let's just continue on and pretend nothing happened. So then continuing on, next up we have R-Truth and Carmella come out to the ring. Of course, both reminiscing on Mania 35. R-Truth would botch by saying that Carmella won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Wrong, dumbass. Carmella won the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal. Get your matches straight. Maybe R-Truth's had one too many dance breaks and it's affected his brain. Maybe this is why you should stop having the fucking dance breaks. It can affect your brain and make you have bad decisions. Or maybe R-Truth should get a Snickers bar. Because you're not you when you're hungry. So yeah, Carmella, of course, won the Women's Battle Royal. It will probably do next to nothing for her career. If it does, I will be fucking shocked. But before Truth and Carmella could even come close to a dance break, Samoa Joe's music hits and the United States champion Samoa Joe comes out. He goes right after R-Truth, starting a brawl. Truth would try to fight back, but Joe would then walk into Coquina Clutch on Truth and make R-Truth pass out. So then Joe grabs the microphone, and then Joe gloats about beating Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania in under a minute. Let's be real. I think that match was supposed to have more time, but it was cut short because of Rey Mysterio's ankle injury. Honestly, they should have just fucking scrapped the match and just put Joe and Andre in a Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Because I think that matchup was supposed to have more time. That was probably why Mania ended before even 12:30. I think it was supposed to go past 12:30, but it ended early. But yeah, what a crying shame. That was actually a match I was looking forward to. Damn. Don't worry, Joe. When Ray's ankle will heal, you'll then get the time slot match you rightfully deserve. So then Samoa Joe continues on and then says that he could do the same to anyone else on the roster. And then Braun Strowman's music hits, and then Braun Strowman comes out. Braun then goes side after Samoa Joe, starting a brawl. Braun will then get Joe up for a running power slam, but before Braun could even hit it, Joe would get out of there and then leave the ring. So Joe is going to live to fight another day. So does this mean we're going to get Braun Strowman versus Samoa Joe for the United States title? Seems like the only Battle Royal that might do something to your career is now the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Because that Battle Royal could be the leading factor in Braun Strowman becoming US champion, maybe. We'll have to wait and see. And then WWE wonders, how do we make these Battle Royals mean more and more interesting? Here's a fucking tip. How about you put title opportunities on the line in both Battle Royals? Let's put in perspective. The WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal. How about this? The winner gets a Raw or SmackDown championship opportunity on a Raw or SmackDown after WrestleMania, pending which title they want. And for the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, since it mainly consists of mid-carders and jobbers, let's put this on. How about the winner of the Andre the Giant Battle Royal gets either a United States or an Intercontinental title opportunity on the Raw or SmackDown after WrestleMania, pending which title they want to challenge. Now all of a sudden it actually means more, because like, hey, if this guy wins the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, this could be the stepping stone in him becoming Intercontinental Champion or United States Champion or whatnot, and then it actually fucking does something for your career. Isn't it crazy how all of a sudden one decision could actually make something mean something? Fucking crazy, right? But will WWE make the Battle Royals mean something? Hell no. Because that would require too many brain cells to do. But yeah, just a little quick rant I do there. But anyway, continuing on, next up, our next matchup is for the women's tag team titles. So the Iconics, Billie Kay and Peyton Royal, are new tag team champions, come out. Of course, the Iconics say that they gloat about their Mania 35 victory again, and then Iconics say they would be fighting champions. And they would start their reign off by being fighting champions and defending their titles against local jobbers. Fucking hell, really? We're now gonna have still local jobbers? Fuck, I thought the Iconics were way better than this. Especially now that they're champions. Yeah, let's have them be fighting champions. Let's just have them face it against jobbers. Whoopee, so now jobbers are getting tag team title opportunities. Whoopee. Fuck me. The Iconics fucking deserve better than this shit. So matchup, I'm not even gonna fucking discuss it. Iconics win easily. Were you expecting something out of that match? Me neither. Here's a tip. You want Iconics to be fighting champions? How about you give them real fucking opponents? But then after the match, Paige then goes on backstage and then says that she's bringing a tag team of her own next week to challenge the Iconics for the shakeup. Probably a tag team from NXT. But Paige, please make sure it's a real tag team. It's like all of a sudden Paige heard my quick rant and then said she was going to bring in a real team. If you want my money on it, I'm probably going to say it's Io Shirai and Kairi Sane. More than likely. I think this is how Kairi Sane is going to make the main roster. So then continuing on, next up we have Shane McMahon coming out to the ring. Of course, Shane going to talk about his WrestleMania victory over Miz. So then Shane goes on and says that Miz is now in the rearview mirror. Shane then goes on and lambasts Miz's dad, who he refers to as Mr. Miz. So then Shane goes on and says that Mr. Miz was responsible for his shiner and why he dropped him at WrestleMania. So then Shane goes on and has the ringside announcer Greg Hamilton announce him as the best in America. I don't care how many times you mention Shane with that World Cup title. Shane will forever be the best in America because that was actually the America Cup at Crown Jewel. I will not change it anytime soon, Vince, so you can just fucking change it to the best in America. So yeah, Shane had Greg announce him as best in America multiple times because every time Greg did it, Shane did not like it because it was not good enough. So then Greg told Shane that his announcement was lacking luster because several members of the WWE Universe threatened him to soften the call, or bad things would happen. What, Greg? If you don't soften the call, like what, are fans gonna jump the barricade and attack you and Shane? Like what happened at the Hall of Fame? Alright, that was a low blow. The Hall of Fame, that fan attacking at the Hall of Fame, I already mentioned in the Mania review. That was a fucking embarrassment. Not only to the fan base, not only to the entire YouTube wrestling community, but to everyone in WWE. Having a fan attacks Bret Hart during the Hall of Fame speech. That was fucking embarrassing in itself. If you want that full rant, just watch the WrestleMania 35 review. That is enough for that. You can find everything I have to say about it in that. But Greg would eventually announce Shane as the best in America to Shane's liking. Eventually. Because Shane does not give zero fucks if a fan jumps the barricade and attacks him. But yeah, let us continue on. So our next matchup is for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. We have the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, defending against the Hardy Boys, Jeff and Matt Hardy. Highlights of the match, Jeff's Cannonball Splash is good. Jimmy's Samoan Drop was also good too, along with Jay's Backbreaker. Jeff's Whisper in the win along with his Poetry in Motion was good. Matt's Side Effect was pretty on point. Jay's Super Kick was good on point along with Jimmy's Super Kick. Jay would hit the Uso Splash, but that would get a kick out at 2. So once again, we have wrestler kicks out a finisher like it's your normal move cliche. To the match ending, Matt would hit the Twist of Fate on Jey Uso. Jeff would then follow it up with the Swanton Bomb on Jey Uso. Jeff gets the 3 count for the win. And Jeff and Matt Hardy officially become 8-time tag team champions. As Matt and Jeff are now your new SmackDown tag team champions. But after the match, the celebration would be short-lived because Lars Sullivan music hits. And then Lars Sullivan comes out to the ring. Lars then goes on and attacks both the Hardy Boys for post-match assault. Lars would then go on and hit a freak accident to both Matt and Jeff Hardy. And Lars would finish it off with the flying headbutt from the top rope onto Matt Hardy, and Lars stands tall. So yeah, it is safe to say Lars Sullivan has officially gone over that anxiety attack he had back in January to now he can debut full-time. I wonder how Lars Sullivan's going to deal with having to wrestle at WrestleMania next year in front of 80,000 people in Tampa Bay at Raymond James Stadium. And from what I've heard for that one, well, it's a pirate-themed WrestleMania next year. I wonder if Raymond James Stadium is going to allow WWE to let him... It's going to let let me reword that. I wonder if Raymond James Stadium is going to allow WWE to use that pirate ship the Buccaneers use for every time the Buccaneers score a touchdown at a football game. That would be pretty cool if WWE was allowed to use a pirate ship. Maybe they could use that to make a half-decent fucking stage. But that's a year from now. We're gonna have to wait and see. Yeah, next year's Mania is on April 5th, 2020. In Tampa Bay. But that is next year. Let us continue on. So then next up, Becky Lynch comes out to reign the Raw and the SmackDown Women's title, the double champ. So then Becky goes on, she continues her WrestleMania 35 victory lap from the main event. Becky then goes on and addresses her run-in with Lacey Evans. Surprisingly, no name calling was there. Becky did not call Lacey a dope or a weirdo. Shockingly. It's like Becky knows her own name calling sucks ass and she is trying not to spare me. You're slowly learning the ways, Becky. Now all you gotta do is call her a dumb bitch and you're on your way. So then Becky goes on and says that she was aware of the target on her back now that she is a champ. Or Becky 2 belts. Actually, Becky, you can just call yourself the double champ. That would work too. So then Becky goes on and says that she will sleep with one eye open the rest of her career so that she is ready for all challengers now that she has to do twice the work she is accustomed to. So then as Becky is leaving the ring and she poses with both titles on the stage, Becky turns around and then Lacey Evans comes out and hits the women's right on Becky Lynch. And Lacey stands tall and then walks away. So hey, at least WWE is finally doing something with Lacey Evans. Should have been done a long time ago, but hey, I feel nothing. But let us continue on, because next up we get to our main event. The New Day, Big E, Xavier Woods, and the WWE Champion Kofi Kingston versus The Bar, Sheamus, and Cesaro, and Drew McIntyre. Before this matchup, though, starts, Sami Zayn's music hits, and then Sami Zayn comes out. Sami then comes out saying he's going to address the WWE Universe for his controversial actions on Monday. And then Sami Zayn says the WWE Universe wasn't worth him addressing them. Well, Sami, if the fans aren't worth addressing, then why the fuck did you come out in the first place? I sort of felt like they had Sami Zayn come out just to throw a meaningless segment, just so the show ends on time because they were running a few minutes ahead of schedule. What a fucking waste of time. But anyway, highlights of the match. Kofi's double stomp was good along with Drew's reverse Alabama slam into the announcer table. However, the table did not break, so haha, table didn't break. Big E's 2 overhead belly-to-belly suplexes were good along with his normal belly-to-belly suplex. Big E's running splash was good. Cesaro would go for a crossbody. I think it was botched because Big E was supposed to catch Cesaro, and then Big E fell down. So who do you blame this botch on more, Cesaro or Big E for fucking up? It still looked like shit. Sheamus' pump knee was good along with the Bar's double white noise. Xavier would break out the pin. Sheamus' Irish Curse backbreaker was good. Kofi's frog splash was also good along with his crossbody dive and his boom drop. Match ending, Kofi hits the Trouble in Paradise on Sheamus. Kofi gets the 3 count for the win. And then after the match, Kofi would go, he'd bring his 2 sons into the ring to celebrate. So once again, the kids get to celebrate with Daddy in the ring. And that's how we end SmackDown. Overall, not that bad of a show, to be honest. It was actually pretty decent. If anything, it was a hell of a lot better than Raw. So SmackDown after Mania rating, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. I would have gave it a 6, but then we had the Iconics defend the titles against local jobbers, and that is a big no-no on my scoreboard. So yeah, SmackDown gets a 5 out of 10, but it is the more superior show than Raw this week. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Next week, the Superstar Shakeup. First time ever, the shakeup will happen in the magical land called Canada, in Montreal, Quebec, in French land. But yeah, that is next week. But yeah, that is all I gotta say. Hope everyone has a great day, and yeah. And by the way, before I say peace out, I forgot to mention, next week's Raw for Superstar Shakeup, Fun fact, it actually takes place on my 21st birthday. So yeah, that's going to be an interesting Raw. Might have to bring in some birthday hats for next week. And maybe I'll have to have a beer on camera. But that is for next week. I think for now, I will leave you all with a cliffhanger. Peace out.